Hi everybody, I'm Kim Wilkin, your realtor and broker associate in Austin, Texas with eXp, life-changing brokerage eXp. Today I'm talking with my good friend and also eXp member, Margo Wickersham, and she is Senior Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at Clearwater. Now, what is Clearwater? What is Clearwater, Margo? What is Clearwater?
Clearwater Benefits is a brokerage of health insurance plans and other plans attached to health insurance. And what we do is offer consultants who can have a one-on-one conversation with each agent and help them figure out which plan makes the most sense. And most of the time, we're able to save them a ton of money. So what we did was set out to solve this particular problem, which is find really good quality plans for self-employed people, an underserved community by every stretch of the imagination. And so we realized that there was a way to do this. There's a way to deliver group level style plans to individual self-employed people.
So Clearwater Healthcare has a partnership with eXp.
That's correct.
So you guys went to eXp and like what happened? What does that mean?
It's actually kind of a cool story. We heard about eXp's model and we thought, oh, that is something that would be great for us because they're very agent centric and we're able to bring some value that most brokerages are not able to. So that could be a feather in their cap. And meanwhile, Mike Vane was looking for a really good healthcare plan to make what Glenn said he wanted to have happen by 2020 happen, and that was to deliver healthcare to agents. And here we found each other.
That's so cool. So Glenn is Glenn Sanford, the founder of eXp. And to be honest, one thing that is so special about Glenn and eXp is everything is built for us as the agent. That's what makes the Clearwater partnership so valuable to us because don't the agents at eXp get a small discount somewhere? There's some kind of program?
They do. So part of the original setting up of the account, the strategic partnership was that we provide a special eXp discount. So if you're thinking, well, what if I join eXp, get enrolled in health insurance, and then I leave? Well, we don't want people to be out without insurance. So you would still have your plan, but you will lose the discount. But you will still have your plan.
I know when I came on to eXp, one of the first things for me was healthcare, simply because I'm now in my early 50s. I didn't say that out loud. And for the first time ever, healthcare does matter. And it's not the typical lousy healthcare that I've had access to since I've been a realtor for over a decade. I need to have access to real high quality healthcare, and Clearwater is the first time I've seen anything like that. You guys have consultants that can put together different plans or talk to you if the plan they have already is better, or sort of explain that.
Well, when I'm presenting, I like to ask people, what is the one word or term you would use to describe shopping for health insurance? It has never once been good. It is always confusing, a torture, hell, overwhelming, and terrible. So what we knew we could do is make that better. And one of the ways we do that is we have subject matter experts, and they are licensed real estate representatives. And they're licensed in all 50 states, which means that they can talk to you, whatever state you're in, about whatever plans are available in that state, and it's different in every state. So for example, let's say you have a spouse who is a school teacher, and you're thinking, great, that's probably a really good plan because that's a government paid plan, so it's probably pretty good. And it can be. For the employee. It's almost never a great deal for the rest of the family because as the teacher, thank you for your service, we're not going to pay any extra for your family. So that's going to be several hundred, if not more, $1,000 to pay for your family to be covered. So what we do is let's take a look at both of those together and see maybe the best thing to do is keep the employee, the spouse, on the plan and put the family on a different plan. So I like to think of it as like Rubik's Cube. We're just looking for the right way to put plans together that make sense for each household.
That's cool.
And the needs vary.
Something that I learned when I've had a couple of interviews with different representatives, different consultants to get a different perspective, which was amazing for me. You have a plan for pre-existing, so if you have something like not me, but one of my friends always has issues with healthcare simply because she, in her 20s, she had thyroid cancer. She's healthy now, but her pre-existing was she had cancer. So she has a really hard time finding health insurance. So you guys have a pre-existing plan as well?
There's a variety of plans that treat pre-existing conditions or past illnesses differently. So we want to dig into everybody's experiences a little bit so we can help make the smartest recommendation. For example, your friend. If this is more than 2 years ago, which sounds like it was, then that is not a pre-existing condition.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Right. If the cancer's been treated and it's gone and she's not going back to the doctor anymore, then that is no longer an issue.
Huh.
2 year look back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 20, 30 year look back.
Oh, just.
So, again, I'm dating my friend like I just dated myself. So sorry about that, friend.
We're all being real, is what we're being.
We're being real.
I used to say, I am going to tell everybody, I'm going to sandbag my age and say that I'm 80.
Okay, perfect.
Just because I want the compliment. Oh, you look great for 80.
Great for 80. We're all price sensitive. No matter what, we have to have high quality health insurance, but we're all price sensitive. And some colleagues of mine who came over from another brokerage recently, he had pre-existing, she doesn't have any pre-existing, but between the two of them, they're saving $1,200 a month with Clearwater. So can you discuss some of the pricing strategy and how you can do that?
I will say that one of the things I've noticed is that health insurance has no rhyme or reason to pricing. With real estate, it's location, 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 and amenities, and it hasn't been updated. You know what the formula is, and with insurance, there is no formula. So the bottom line is that if you're in one state, let's say California, for example, it's very expensive there. We know of people spending $3,000, $3,500 a month for insurance.
That's crazy.
It's a crazy amount of money. And then if you are in, let's say, Florida, you might be spending $2,000 a month and you have Florida Blue, but if you leave that state, then you are not covered. And so we have, the key is to look at, well, what is your lifestyle? What are you, how are you living? How are you traveling? Who all is in your family? Are you at the stage of your life where you have little kids who play soccer and ER visits or, kind of part of the standard routine? So we want to understand all that. So we right size the plan recommendations. Some are beefier than others. And so there's those that have co-pays so that you can go see specialists. They cost more. So then we want to help you weigh that out if that's worth it or not. There's plans that allow you to contribute to a health savings account. That's amazing.
Cool.
Your CPA will thank you.
Yes.
And you can add things onto it. So everything's kind of a la carte, and having a consultant help you sort through which things make the most sense is really great.
That's huge.
Now, if an agent is talking to one of the consultants, and let's say the consultant has one of those unicorn plans where it's great, it's old style, and they've been with a company for 40 years or something like that, then our consultants will say, you know what? You stay right there.
Yeah. That's
and
nice.
Call us if that ever changes.
Yeah. Because
our commitment is to serve the agents and their families, not to sell a policy.
Right, that makes sense. So once you've had a conversation with a consultant, what's the process of if you want to move forward with Clearwater? And by the way, I have left a link in the description below for Clearwater if you want to book a consultation. I also have a link in the description below if you want to book a call with me about joining eXp. So reach out to me because I have lots of information about this amazing company, eXp, and your consultant with Clearwater will definitely help you. So what is the process? You've had a call, you're like, hello consultant, let's talk about this and we want this plan, now what? What's the next step?
You can have other calls if you want, additional calls. If you're ready or when you're ready to enroll, you can schedule a call and they'll help you do it. It literally takes 5 minutes, it's online, it's easy. The truth. Yes.
What about like having a physical or those types of things?
Most of the plans are attached to an app that we've launched our plans with called the Health Wallet. And so your digital cards are in there, there are links to look up doctors, all of that's in there. Well, what if you have a question? There's a little chat in there and you can talk to a customer service person to say, I'm trying to do this, what's going on, how do I find that? So we have multiple layers of customer support to help
That's amazing.
address, any of the questions. And it's complicated. I mean, healthcare is complicated.
It is complicated.
So we need a lot of people to help make sure that you get. Also, who here has ever decided on any kind of an insurance plan and then thought, okay, that was a good decision. I made a good decision. And I don't remember what I did the next day. You don't remember. And so that's not uncommon. People forget what they enrolled in, which is fine. You're worried about other things. You're subject matter experts in real estate, not in health insurance.
Right.
So it's great to have that support.
Okay, so it's a 5-minute process to go online and enroll, and then you have an app. So what are the terms, PPO, and what is Clearwater versus some of the other health cares? For example, years ago, I had the opportunity to get only one particular healthcare, and I'm like, what if I get sick? And they're like, you're out of luck. Yeah. And I'm like, great, you want me to pay how much a month to be out of luck if something happens to me? So explain we have a high quality list of doctors with Clearwater. So explain that.
Every insurance plan has a list, a network of doctors and providers, and those lists vary. Some are good, some are not so good, and they're patchy in different geographical areas. Not a lot that anybody can do about that, so what we do is add a second network. So there's 2 networks to choose from to give you a larger footprint of providers.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing. Is there something else I should know as an individual, people watching this as agents? I mean, could you actually be in another real estate brokerage and use Clearwater?
You can. We do not work directly with any other large nationwide brokerages.
Okay, just eXp.
That's right, and the discount is only available to eXp.
Okay. What if you're a small company? What if you're not a realtor? What if you're not with a brokerage or whatever? You're just a small independent business owner. Could you use Clearwater?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
If you own a business, call Margo.
Right, and we have the ability to help teams. So we know of a lot of brokerages that they just move their whole business over to eXp, and they have maybe some 1099s, maybe they have some W-2s, and they will ask, can we offer this to them? Absolutely. Amazing. You can.
Absolutely.
And it may or may not be a great fit. One of the things that we've seen people do is offer to teams, and maybe they'll give them a stipend towards it. And that's totally up to you if you want to do it that way. So it's got a lot of flexibility.
A lot of flexibility. And also, when I was getting my quotes, I can tell you it was cheaper than anything else I had the opportunity to purchase, and it was better. Margo, is there anything else, if we're introducing Clearwater to everybody today, is there anything else that I haven't asked because I'm not the healthcare expert? Is there any question that I missed that someone needs to know?
I think the primary question that comes up is, can I enroll just myself or my family? What about my kids?
Oh yeah.
And And my kids are in the almost out of college, under 26. So just like other plans, up to 26. And then they need to be gainfully employed or getting their own plan.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time today. I'm so grateful for the education and the friendship, and I hope that you guys all pick up the phone, get a consultation with Clearwater, reach out to Margo or reach out to me about eXp. Thank you so much. I'm Kim Wilkin. This is Margo Wickersham. Thanks so much for watching, and see everybody on the next video. Take care, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.